So my name is Philip Borgas. I'm a wireless community network activist and free software developer. I'm part of this community in Berlin since around 5 years. Yeah, I mean, if you want to contact me, my email address is contact@borgas.it. So what's a wireless community network? In a wireless community network, people get together to create an actual network. So they take Wi-Fi routers. You maybe know them from your home. There you have a normal Wi-Fi router. People take special software. We develop our own operating system. They put this on the router, and with this operating system, the routers can communicate with each other and create a network. And the idea is that in the end, the whole network is a commons. So everybody can participate in the network, everybody cooperates with everybody else, and everybody is free to communicate and share knowledge and access information. And we think there's a right to information, to access to information and communication. So this is one of our main motivation to actually build these networks. But we also like to learn about technology and share our knowledge about technology. This is another very important part of our work. But then, of course, it's also fun to just climb on the tower, install a big antenna, or break things, or play ping pong on your computer. Freifunk is the local example of a wireless community network, but there are also in other countries wireless community networks. For example, there's Wi-Fi.net in Spain, there's Linux in Italy, then there's a big growing network in New York, it's called NYC Mesh. But then there's also a rural network in Great Britain called BarnNet, and they actually build trenches and put fiber in the ground, and they create a big fiber network there. Yeah. So we are Freifunk Berlin. We have around 750 nodes in Berlin, so routers with free software. Yay. And then in the surrounding area of Berlin, there are other communities. They also use our local software, our Freifunk firmware, but in whole Germany there are maybe 40,000 routers with a little bit different software, but also they follow the idea of Freifunk, so there are around 50,000 Freifunk routers. We actually have a network on top of the roofs of Berlin. We have routers in a lot of towers, so people can connect to the towers, or the towers can interconnect. And in this network, we have around, 200 routers, and they have routes for maybe 1,000 networks. Some of these installations are connected to actual data centers, and these are connected to the BGP network and to the internet. So we, at some points, we really have really fast internet, like gigabits or tens of gigabits. Yes. Now I wanted to show you a map, but just go to our websites. Our website is berlin.freifunk.net. There you will find a map, and you can explore our network on a map. I also want to show you two images of typical installations. So we have one typical installation is on the City Hall of Kreuzberg. It's a quite big installation. So luckily I brought some hardware. So over there we have parabolic dish antennas for point-to-point connections. For example, there's a connection to the other City Hall in Neukölln. So we have two antennas, one on each side, and so we create a point-to-point link. But we also have other antennas, so-called sector antennas. They cover an area in front of the router, and we use them to cover the area around the installation. So if you go to the town hall of Kreuzberg, you can connect to our network. Yeah, and then we also have routers such as these with two nice ears. So they are for your home installation, local installation. So they cover the area around the router. Yeah, we develop our own software. It's based on OpenWRT. So OpenWRT is kind of the Debian of the router world. So we take OpenWRT, add some software, for example, the routing daemon, an assistant that guides you through the configuration of your router, and we had a user interface and some default configurations, and then we ship this to the user, and the user can take our firmware software and install this on the router and actually free the router from proprietary software. Yeah. So, yeah, and the software is on GitHub hosted. Our GitHub organization is Freifunk or Freifunk-Berlin. And there you can find our firmware, but also other stuff we develop. Yeah, and there are two routing protocols we use mainly here in Berlin. One is called OLSR. It's called Optimized Link State Routing. It's layer 3 protocol, and this means that you have to have an IP address to reach your neighbor node. The protocol stores the information of the whole network on the router, so at every time you have information about the whole network graph, and the metric is based on the hop count and the link quality. Link quality means how many packets you lose or don't lose. And it's very old software. I think it's maybe 10 years old, so it's quite stable and it's working, but it lacks some features we would like to use. But yeah, whatever. This one is used in our citywide network, so every router in our network has this protocol installed. And then there's another protocol which we use. It's called Batman. It's layer 2 protocol. In the end, this routing daemon creates a layer 2 network, so you have one big switch where you can do whatever you want. For example, use the IP protocol. And this protocol is quite nice because you can easily set up local networks of routers and then roam from router to router, and you don't lose your connectivity. But there are also other routing protocols. One is called BMX. So the idea is to introduce crypto and to introduce a web of trust. But there's also Babel, and there's the second version of OLSR. Yeah, and this adds just new matrices and other interesting stuff. So if you want to learn more about routing protocols, there's a conference upcoming in Paris. It's called Battle Mesh. So maybe you should go there and meet the international wireless community, network community, and the developers of routing protocols. Yeah, how much time do we have? 1 minute?
Can you spell the Better Mesh? Is it better mesh?
No, it's battle, like real fight, battle. Battle. Yeah, and yeah, it's in Paris. I think the website is battlemesh.org. And it's a really nice place to meet international people. So the people come from the US, from South America, I don't know, from Asia, Nepal, from everywhere, and it's really nice to be there. So go there. Yeah, and what we are looking for in our network, or one of our challenges, we don't have many applications in our networks. The main application for our networks is going to the internet. But actually we have a big network with good speeds, so we could have like file servers, game servers, webcams, or maybe share sensor data in this network, and maybe you come and play in this. Maybe one of your applications could be used in our network. So if you can package your program for OpenWRT, maybe we can introduce your application in our network. Another challenge we have is IPv6 and prefix delegation in our network. So at the border to the internet we have gateways, and they get a public prefix for IPv6, and we want to distribute parts of these prefixes, sub-prefixes to the nodes in the network, and it's still an open problem. So if you are into distributed algorithms, maybe you can help us. And then the other problem is that we have to maintain this network. So please help us maintain this big network. We have around 750 nodes. They need updates, maintenance. Yeah. So if you want to meet us, we meet every Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the evening at Seabase in Rungestraße. It's a hackerspace. You can also follow us on Twitter, Freifunk-Berlin. We have also Matrix chat, mailing list, website. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Sub-second question.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.